Deep underground in an undisclosed location, this is Tread Comics presents the Buck Rogers 1939 serial. Buck Rogers is a 1939 science fiction film serial produced by Universal Pictures. It stars Buster Crabbe, who had previously played the title character in two Flash Gordon serials and would return for a third in 1940 as our hero. Constance Moore, Jackie Moran, and Anthony Warde would round out the cast. It is based on the Buck Rogers character created by Philip Francis Nowland, who had appeared in magazines and comic strips since 1928. In 1938, Lieutenant Buck Rogers, played by Buster Crabbe, and Buddy Wade, played by Jackie Moran, are part of a crew flying over the North Pole. They are caught in a savage storm and crash. They are ordered to release the experimental Nirvano Gas, which, unbeknownst to them, will put them in suspended animation until they are rescued. The Nirvano Gas works, but their ship is buried in an avalanche and is not found until 500 years have passed. When Buck and Buddy are found, they awaken in the year 2440 to a world ruled by the ruthless dictator Killer Kane, played by Anthony Warde, and his army of super-racketeers. Only those who live in the hidden city, run by the benevolent scientist Dr. Huer, played by C. Montgomery Shaw, and his military counterpart, Air Marshal Kragg, played by William Gould, resist the criminal rulers of Earth. Buck and Buddy join the resistance. They volunteer to go to Saturn, where they hope that they can find help in their fight against Killer Kane. Wilma Deering, played by the beautiful Constance Moore, is assigned to accompany them. Saturn is run by Aldar, played by Guy Usher, and the Council of the Wise, and Prince Talon. To the dismay of Buck and Buddy, they also discover that Killer Kane has dispatched ambassadors of his own, headed by his loyal henchman, Captain Laska, played by Henry Brandon. The series then becomes a back-and-forth struggle between Buck and Kane to secure the military support of Saturn. This 12-part Buck Rogers movie serial was launched in 1939. It starred Buster Crabbe, who had played the role of Flash Gordon in the serials Flash Gordon and Flash Gordon's Trip to Mars prior to Buck Rogers. Constance Moore played Lieutenant Wilma Deering, the only woman in the film, and Jackie Moran was Buddy Wade, a character who did not appear in any other versions of the Buck Rogers franchise, but who is clearly modeled on the Sunday strip character Buddy Deering. Anthony Warde played Killer Kane, Buck Rogers' enemy. This was the only time that Warde, who usually portrayed evil underlings in serials, played an evil villain lead. Korean actor Philip An, younger brother of noted actor Philip An, played Prince Talon, a Saturnian native who befriends Buck Rogers. Noted actor and the Crown Prince of Stuntmen, David Sharp, who appeared in over 4,500 films over the course of a 7-decade career, also appeared in the Buck Rogers serial in several roles. One as Kane's pilot, a hidden city sentry, and a Centurion lieutenant. The serial had a small budget and saved money on special effects by reusing materials from other stories. Background shots from the futuristic musical Just Imagine, which was released in 1930, as well as the City of the Future, the garnishly stenciled wall from Azura's Palace, set in Flash Gordon's trip to Mars, and even the studded leather belt that Crabbe wore in Flash Gordon's trip to Mars turned up as part of Buck Rogers' uniform. In 1953, the 1939 movie serial was edited into a feature film entitled Planet Outlaws by Sherman Kessberg for release via Goodwill Pictures Incorporated. Then it was edited once again to feature length entitled Destination Saturn for syndication to television in 1965. Finally, the serial was edited once again into a feature film format in the late 1970s. This version, simply entitled Buck Rogers, with the theatrical poster advertising Star Wars owes it all to Buck Rogers, and which was later sold on videotape in the early 1990s by VCI Entertainment under the catalog picture title of Planet Outlaws, which title, to make it appear more legitimate, was also superimposed onto the first shot of film following the main titles. The original Planet Outlaws and also Destination Saturn have both been available in video format since the early 1980s, and as early as 1970s were both available for user purchase in 16mm film format from Thunderbird Pictures. VCI released all 12 installments on DVD in September of 2000, and in November of 2009, VCI released a special 70th anniversary edition on DVD, with extras including The History of Buck Rogers by Clifford Laughing Gravy Weimer, a photo gallery, and the 1935 Buck Rogers short feature originally shown at the 1933-1934 World's Fair. And now, Trud Comics is proud to present the Buck Rogers 1939 serial, Chapter 8, Revolt of the Zuggs.
Explain the meaning of this intrusion, Captain Lasker.
Explain the purpose of our call.
My friends, the Zuggs have come to take over the rule of Saturn.
From whom will you now take your orders?
From our leader, Kane, of the Earth.
And now, with your permission, I shall contact the leader, Kane, and have him send a spaceship squadron to keep order here.
he does that, we're sunk. I'll have to stop him.
Careful, Buck. He won't hesitate to kill.
Captain Lasker calling the leader Kane on Earth. Captain Lasker calling the leader Kane on Earth.
Yes, Lasker, this is the leader. What have you to report?
Look out, Buck! The zuggs!
Lasker, what's wrong?
Out the side door and bring the guards.
Order them to block all exits and capture Rogers.
Block every exit. Capture that man.
Have them all imprisoned. These two in a cell by themselves.
Imprison them.
I forbid their imprisonment. I am director of the Forum.
You were director of the Forum. From now on, you'll take orders from this Earthman.
Stop all this time, Lasker. The Zuggs are not used to power. When they find their strength, they'll turn on you and destroy you.
Take them away.
You stay here on guard.
What do you suppose they're going to do to us, Talon?
We must be prepared for anything as long as Killer Kane's men are in power. Who is on guard outside? Answer me. I am Talon, your prince.
Just Condor, Your Highness.
How long are we to remain prisoners?
Until your state is decided, Your Highness.
You cannot hope to hold this city. Buck Rogers is on his way with help.
Buck Rogers will be captured and then... It's Buck! Wilma, close that door.
Is he badly hurt?
No, only stunned. Here. Help me tie him up so he can't give an alarm.
What are we going to do now, Buck? Get to the spaceship?
Not until we try to help the Saturnians.
There's nothing we can do. Alaska and his men are too strong for us.
Not if I can spend a half minute with that robot the Zuggs think is a god.
What good will that do? He's in hypnotic condition and gives whatever orders Alaska tells him.
Yes, but I can break that spell if I can get to him. Tell him. How can I reach the Forum without going through all these corridors?
I can get you to the Forum unseen, but you can't go for the force of guards there with Alaska.
Good. Get me there and I think we have a chance.
This leads to the farm, but I still urge you not to risk it.
It's made to order. All right, Wilma. Careful now.
Continue the search for Buck Rogers. Tomorrow we shall begin the execution of all those Saturnians who are not loyal to the Earthman's rule.
Laska, tell your zuggs to lay down their ray guns. Tell them, Laska. A shot from one of them won't stop me from taking you.
Tell the zuggs to lay down their arms.
Lay down your arms.
Now tell them to obey Prince Talon, as they would obey the robot.
Tell them to obey Prince Talon.
Obey Prince Talon as you would obey me.
Talon, keep him covered. I'm going to take the helmet off the robot.
Tell the zuggs to fire on Rogers.
You're taking orders from me. Keep this man covered.
Take it easy. You're all right.
You're wearing one of our uniforms. And you're Lieutenant Deering.
Yes, Captain Martin.
Then I'm back in the hidden city?
You're partly right. We are from the hidden city on Earth. Right now you're on the planet, Saturn.
Then one of our expeditions ran Killer Kane's air blockade.
Yes. Colonel Rogers came here to sign a treaty with us in your war with Killer Kane.
But how did I get here? I can't remember.
Well, you were put under a hypnotic spell, brought here in one of Kane's ships as a robot. Don't you remember this helmet? And this filament that steals the mind of any man who wears it?
The amnesia helmet. That infernal invention of Killer Kane's. Yes, I remember now.
And by means of it, Laska forced you to lead a revolt against us, your friend.
A revolt? Oh, I didn't know. Isn't there any way I can make amends?
Yes, there is a way. These zuggs think that you're a god. Put back on this helmet again and all...
No, please don't ask me to do that. I couldn't.
But it's harmless. I've taken away the filament. Put it back on and order these men to bring in the other rebels. It's the only way you can help.
Go bring all the zuggs. Tell them to lay down their arms and obey their old rulers.
At the end of the revolt, will they really obey?
We shall soon see. Take the Earthman Laska and put him in a dungeon where he can no longer harm you or us.
Looks like the trouble is over. And now, sir, Lieutenant Deering and I must return to the Earth immediately.
So I realize the need for your haste.
I will see you to your spaceship.
Thank you, Talon. Goodbye, sir. Wilma, check the starting rockets. soldier on Saturn calling a scientist general on Earth?
Air control room calling the scientist general.
Air control room calling the scientist general. Dr. Huer, this is Buck Rogers.
Yes, Buck? Is everything all right?
Yes, sir. Wilma and I are taking off immediately, sir, but before we do, we wanted to check with you about the dissolvo ray.
It's still imperfect, but we can count on it to make you invisible long enough to slip through Kane's air blockade.
That's fine, Doctor. Then as soon as we near the Earth, we'll advise you.
As long as Dr. Huer is ready for you, there is nothing to keep you here any longer.
No, Talon. We'll get in touch with you on the space radio as soon as we decide the best way to rid the Earth of Killer Kane and his outlaw army.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Talon.
Try the starting rocket, Wilma.
Assigned to check over the dissolvo ray apparatus at once and bring it here. Colonel Rogers is on his way back from Saturn, and we'll need to bring him through the blockade. Yes, sir.
I have heard no further reports from Captain Lasker. His mission to Saturn must have failed. I am preparing another expedition to force the Saturnians to sign a treaty with us. This time I shall... This is the leader.
Sir, an unidentified spaceship has been reported returning from Saturn.
Notify the commander of the Outer Atmosphere Patrol and keep me closely informed.
Very good, sir.
The observers report an unidentified spaceship returning from Saturn. Perhaps Lasker has been successful after all. We'll make no move until we learn more. Adjourn.
Patrol 62, calling Patrol 62. Patrol 62, calling Patrol 62.
This is Patrol 62.
This is Commander White. Take your patrol to the 120,000-foot level. Watch for a spaceship returning from Saturn. If it is an enemy craft, bring it down.
Yes, sir. 120,000 foot level.
Yes, sir.
Wilma, you better give me a few retarding rockets. We'll soon be in the outer atmosphere.
All right.
Dr. Huer. Dr. Huer. We're approaching the 160,000-foot level, sir. Stand by with your dissolvo ray.
We're all set, Buck. Just give the word.
Buck, there's a Kane patrol squadron coming up fast beneath us.
Dr. Huer, give us the ray now, sir. One of Kane's patrol squadrons has spotted us.
There she is. Squadron 62. Spaceship sighted. Fly above it and use attack formation 9. Can't be fog at this level. That ship seems to be disappearing.
It's working perfectly, Kragg. Certainly. Doc, the main control tube has burst.
Take a few minutes to replace it.
Dr. Huer, it's all right, sir. We're safely through them.
There she is, straight ahead. All squadrons converge on our position and attack the hidden city ship.
Look, it's another squadron.
Dr. Huer!
Give us the ray again, sir.
I've been trying to, Buck, but the main tube has burst.